Today, I'm joined by Ahmad Azmi, Managing Director of one of Dubai's fastest growing specialty coffee brands. Azmi's journey in hospitality has been anything but normal. He started at Etihad as a cabin crew, then went to Chili's, started as a waiter, and ended up as area manager for 17 locations. And now he leads Sophia Café. Azmi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for inviting and thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So joining Etihad is not the normal way to become managing director of an F&B brand. How did that happen and what did you learn from your time there?
So in that time, I was pretty young.
Yeah.
I had hair that time. And it was like a dream of every youth people. So I had the chance because I was born and raised here in UAE.
Yes.
So I had the chance that time when I was living in Abu Dhabi. I joined there as a just fresh guy.
Yeah.
I ended up with a very huge and great experience in hospitality because, come on, like being a cabin crew in hospitality is like one of the biggest thing, right?
Absolutely.
So, but I did not find myself there within like the first 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
I love traveling, but like I love more to be with people, right? I love dealing with people more. I love actions, but there you are like a robot. You wake up by specific time, you go on the airport by specific time, and that's it. Yes, we are traveling a lot, which is great, but by the end, it's not my passion. It wasn't my passion.
Yeah.
So I ended up that I quit, and all my superb and managements were amazed, like, why you are quitting? Come on.
Yeah.
So I quit, and then I joined Chili's.
Yes.
And it was also a crazy thing because going from like something a cabin crew to a waiter, so that was a huge gap, right? So, and by that time I had the trust on the guy who interviewed me or introduced me to Chili's. He was that time the director of operation for Chili's UAE and Oman, and I really appreciate him until now.
Yeah.
He gave me the chance, and he told me within 5 months, if you prove yourself, you're gonna be a branch manager. And I took the chance, actually, and I joined. At that time it was Dalma Mall, Chili's Dalma Mall, my first branch.
And so you, after leaving the airline, you join as a waiter, and 5 months later, you are managing four branches of Chili's?
2 branches actually as a start.
Okay.
And opening manager for the other branches, and ended up as the area manager for the whole 17 branches in Abu Dhabi.
That is insane. And at the time, Chili's was, and still is, a leading brand. So how many locations did it have in globally?
Global, I cannot remember because it's more than 300, I think.
Wow.
But in Middle East, it was 150.
Yeah.
32 of them was in UAE and Oman.
Wow.
So,
And how does someone rise up the ranks so quickly in such a short time?
you mean for myself?
Yeah.
Like,
How did it happen?
the challenge.
Yeah.
I love challenging. It was a big challenge for me.
Yeah.
And I was lucky on that time, to be honest, because I was surrounded by very supportive people in Chili's. And as well, the school of Chili's itself, it's not an easy school, but if you loved it, you will rock and roll there. So I found out that I just have to memorize the 6 boxes of Chili's and I will be fine. So that's what I did every day, every night. When I'm going home before sleeping, I was just reading those books. I took it from the branch after the approval of the general manager at that time. I took it from the branch, and it's because it's not allowed. This has to be always on the branch.
Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm taking photos for it and keeping it with me.
Yeah.
So I kept it for me for like 2 months until I memorized it all. And then I was just evaluating what's written there, the knowledge, and implementing it.
Yeah.
And that's it. So as I did, as they mentioned, on the box, I was reacting.
Yeah, it's quite an amazing training program Chili's has, and I think that sounds like it had played a big role in your growth.
100%. It's magnificent because until now I'm using it not only in my professional or in my business. I'm using it in my self-life because it's a school. They even call it a school.
Amazing.
And you're in your school and in your school life even, you still have lessons with you that you are dealing with it until now, right? Yeah. So, and that's what I loved about them.
And do you think that program helped you mature as a person as well as just in your F&B and in your job?
Totally, for sure. It's helped me because like I'm a guy of abbreviations. I love the abbreviations. So like there are some things there in Chili's in their modules and in their trainings that it's the capacity, for example, TIPS, TIPS. So it's an abbreviation for something that it will help you in service. And at the same time, it will help you on dealing with people itself. So there is something called the 3 Fs, for example.
Yes.
So the 3 Fs is the way you are dealing with your staff. They taught us or they trained us. This is the 3 Fs the friendly, firm, and fair, how you have to deal with your stuff, right? It's the same way I'm dealing with my people, with my circle. So if you would, because this is the main three things that you need from everyone in social life, right?
Yeah. So friendly, firm, and fair is the main thing you've taken from Chili's.
Yeah.
And before you had that philosophy in your head, how were you a different person?
Oh, I was so spoiled. No, I was not that much different person because I have already the background from my father, God bless his soul, and like how I was being raised.
Yeah.
So I had this soul of being friendly. I'm socializing guy.
Yeah.
I love being socialized. I love meeting new people, and at the same time, I love challenges.
Yeah.
So when you put me in a challenge, either I win or I learn. So and that's what happened with me in Chile's.
Yeah. And what were some of the challenges of going from, say, 4 to 17 locations? Some of the operational challenges?
Oh, so in small scale of operation, it was not a small scale actually, but like let's say a quantity of operation, because when you are managing or supervising 2 locations, you are just supervising, let's say, a quantity of people of 60 people, right?
Yeah.
But you multiply it by 10 or by 17, then you are managing more people.
Yeah.
Of course, there are supervisors on each location, but you are managing more people. You are responsible for more sales.
Yeah.
You are responsible for more purchasers' orders. And that time, Karen, I remember 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
There was no any technology like now.
Yeah.
There was no any software. I remember that time it was only Micros. This is the one who was rolling and roll. Oracle even system was not that much as now.
Yeah.
And we don't have Supy, of course, that time. So everything was manually.
Yeah.
Like you are ordering manual. And the biggest challenge by the orders, especially for the order cycle, because more than 60% of the raw material for Chile's, it was from Brinker, from US.
Yes.
So you have to be ahead of your orders 3 weeks at least, because the order cycle has to go out from the branch or the restaurant to the purchasing department and the head office.
Yes.
And the purchasing department is ordering it from US. And then when it comes, it has to go through Dubai authorities.
Yeah.
And then it go back to the warehouse for the evaluation and then the distribution. So those all cycle, if you run out of an item in the recipe, and the recipe for Chile's is like huge one for the item. If you run out of item on raw material, so your recipe will be 86, which is not available.
Yeah.
So it's a dangerous thing for your business, right?
Definitely. And it sounds like you have to coordinate a lot of people to just get the ingredients you need to serve the customers.
Yep.
Did you ever run into any issues there? Any ingredients out?
Of course it happened, but see, you have to adapt with the situations, right?
Yeah.
So for example, if you run out of some cheese item, for example, this is a specific item, right? Then this is like a sensitive item. Yeah. So you cannot change it. You cannot find it any other place. Like there is a Parmesan cheese, specific Parmesan cheese that is coming from US and they are using it.
Yeah.
So if you run out of it, you cannot replace it with anything else. But let's say we teach the people, and of course our ancestors taught us that when you are in a situation, you have to adapt to it. Yeah. So we taught the people how to adapt for it as well. So we had a very nice chefs that time, and they were adapting to the run out things with their own recipe that matching Chile's recipe without changing the taste.
Wow.
And we were evaluating it, and we found out the taste is perfect. So we were starting serving it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you've overcome that problem there. And when you're managing so many locations, I mean, 17 locations, you have to be really close to the people, right? Did your approach over your years at Chili's change to managing people?
Of course, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Before, let's say, Chile's, specialist Chile's, I was not that shy person. I am socialized, but I will not approach you to get to know you, right?
Yeah.
But after Chile's, I got connected first of all with more guests. When I was branch manager, I have to make this table visit every 2 minutes or 2 bites. After 2 minutes or 2 bites, this is also a standard in Chile.
That's actually an interesting one.
We have this shift meetings, for example.
Yeah.
For each shift, we have this shift with the staff, shift meetings. So it made me like able to talk more. First of all, able to communicate more with the people, and broke those borders between myself and others, right? So, and I talked this over to generate it for the 17 branches. So instead of meeting like 30 or 40 people in my one branch, I'm meeting the 17 supervisors or the outlet managers. Weekly meetings, and when my operation visit is coming to the branch, I have to meet all of them, right?
Yeah.
And the best practice, which I learned also from Chile's, and I'm doing it until now, even with my current brand, Sophia, I have to be close to the people, right? So because if you have a problem in your life, for sure, don't tell me that it will not affect your business. It will affect your business because by the end we are humans. We are not robots.
Of course.
So I have to talk to you. I have, as my staff or as my team member, I have to talk to you. I have to ask you how's everything going. And the good thing about what we are doing now in Sophia for the policy that the hiring, all the hiring has to go through the director of operations. So even if we have our hiring team, we have our HR, we have our training managers, we have everything, but it has to go through the director of operations because I have to see who's my people.
Yeah.
I have to see who will be loyal to me, and as well I will be loyal to him or to her, right? So I have to adhere them. I have to see their training step by step, and until they are perfect, then I let them rock and roll.
Yeah, and I think that creates a nice culture because if you allow just HR to hire them without your involvement, you don't feel responsibility, and you maybe can blame someone else if you don't think they're perfect.
Of course.
Whereas if you choose the person, along with HR, then it can feel like we've invested, we're going to make it work with this person, and I'm going to help them.
100%.
It can change just the mindset a little
100%.
bit.
No hard feelings for the HRs. I love the HRs.
No, they're great.
But yeah, of course. But the HRs, they are hiring according to what's written on the book, right? Or on papers. Like, hey, we need someone from 18 to 25 years old. We need someone whose English is good with experience 2 years. Yeah, it's fine. But for me as an operation, I need to see this someone can operate in my coffee machine, for example, or not. Can operate in my heavy business, serving 50 to 70 coffee per 10 minutes or not. So this is, I have to see it by myself.
You can't measure the coffee serving speed on the CV.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's true. Okay, amazing. It sounds like you learned so much from Chili's. And what was your next challenge after that?
So there was like a small challenge. I cannot call it a challenge. A small challenge that I went to a company that it was like recently opened their food and beverage sector. They created some brand called Milas, like it's an Emirati fusion cuisine back in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, nice.
We opened it on Shangri-La, beside Shangri-La Hotel, in a community mall there. It was rolling with 500 covers, serving 500 covers. It was really nice. It was busy. And then we supported them by the end to open it in Dubai Mall, and we call it Anna Restaurant.
Nice.
And it's rolling now as I hear it. And after this one, small one, we went to a company that operating in Global Village, and out from Global Village they are getting some brands that is going trendy, and they are franchising it all over UAE. One of the brands was Cheeky. It's like a chicken joint.
Yeah, fried chicken
joint,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So, and their logo was really nice, like blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Baby blue and yellow. So it's similar to IKEA. everyone was asking us about it. Yes. Yeah. So, and the challenge there, it was great. Because it was like a startup, totally startup. Because it was in Global Village, like operating in Global Village for a kiosk 3x3. It's much different than operating a restaurant outside, right? So that time when we joined, I found out that the co-founder of the brand signed 12 contracts of franchise all over UAE, and we have to open it within 3 months.
So you had 3 months to open 12 locations.
Yes.
How does someone go about that?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Of course. But it's another challenge which I loved.
Yeah.
Because I went through it with a checklist. So just write your checklist, your opening checklist.
Yeah.
Write your tasks and copy paste it. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You make it sound so simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
So see, nothing complicated in life when you have the knowledge and have the courage. So if you have those both, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, true.
So I got the knowledge from my work, from my experience in the other brands that I opened and operated, and I got the courage because I love doing things right.
Yes.
I love challenges, and that time I remember the funny story in my first interview with the co-founders.
Yes.
They asked me a very simple question: "You can do it?" Yes, I can do it. This was my answer, and they were laughing, like smiling, like. Okay, how about if we made it 4 months? It's fine. You signed already that the opening within 3 months. I can do it. Okay, but we have to open this branch first. We have to open that branch first. And guess what? Like all the branches are in different Emirates.
Oh, wow.
There is no 2 branches in one Emirate.
No way.
Right, yeah. I remember also I had that time a car. It's a Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
I bought it new and it was 9,000 kilometers that time when I joined. I ended up with the Chiles worth 105,000 kilometers within a year. Because I was going around all UAE, so...
You know the roads of the UAE well then?
Yeah, GPS is helping me a lot, so thanks God that we have this GPS.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a very big challenge. And also another challenge is the standard and the consistency of the quality across all those 12 branches.
Yeah.
So you have to make the right policy. Forget about the opening. The opening was a challenge, which is, I made it simple, thanks God. But to keep it operating, like to serve, for example, one cheeky signature in the Mueleh or Sharjah branch, and the same cheeky signature sauce with the chicken, 7 minutes cooking, with the toast of the bread, with all the recipe, even the packaging. It has to be the perfect one on another branch in Ras Al Khaimah, for example. So this is what the biggest challenge, to be honest.
And equally, I guess at Chili's, were they all franchises or was it owned?
It's a franchise.
Oh, it's franchise. Yes. Okay, fine. But for here with Cheeky, it was also franchises. But you told me a funny story about one of the challenges you had with one franchisee who's turned out to be a great friend.
Yes. So one of the franchisee for one of the Emirates.
Yes.
And he's a cool guy. He's really cool guy. And so we send the list of the equipments that we'll need, and the franchise will start doing it with the brand name, with the capacity, with everything, all the details, right? So we send it over to him, and he started purchasing it. And he did it all except the fryer, for example. Okay, this is the fryer, which is the main thing for the brand, right? So we sent him, we need this fryer, and that time I remember it cost like 70K.
Wow.
Saudi dirham. So 70,000 dirham. So he called me and told me that, hey, Azmi, I will buy another fryer. Okay, Abdullah, why? Because I found another better one and I already bought it. What? How much you bought it? 100K. Okay, send it to me over. So I found it's a different brand. It's a high-end brand, like higher brand even, and more tech there. But I don't need it. And I know that it will affect the quality of the chicken. Yeah. I know that. So I told him, no, Abdullah, we need this one. I went to him to his Emirate.
Yeah.
And I sat with him. We did not fight. We just negotiate.
Okay.
We just talk. And then end up that we had lunch together. And he did not convinced. He was not convinced. So that's brought us back to the 3 Fs, right?
Okay, yes.
So I was so friendly with him.
Yeah.
I was so fair with him. But now I have to be firm. Mm-hmm. So it ended up within a week, he did not change it. And I have to open. So I went back to Dubai, to my house. Everything is fine. The next day, I went back with like a truck, small truck.
Yeah.
Having the 70K fryer.
Yeah.
I brought it in his branch. I installed it.
Nice.
And then I took the 100K fryer. I sent it to his villa because I know his place friend, right? I took it to his villa. I sent him photo. I told him, Abdullah, this is your fryer. Please, either you sell it, you use it in another branch. You are most welcome. And then I let my finance to send him the bill of the 70K.
Wow.
And that's it. Because come on, like, yeah, you are doing fine if you want to take care of your brand or your franchise to have the high-end, very tech places or equipment. But this is not my requirement. No. I want to keep my quality, like I told you, and my requirements as everyone.
Yeah. If you want fancy fried chicken, go to Abdullah's house. If you want consistent, delicious...
Come to Cheeky.
Exactly. That's really good. I like the outcome there. No, and when you're scaling up, you can't have these inconsistencies because I've seen it. There was the head of IT of a brand in the UK that has 400 locations. I was speaking to him recently and he said they let one franchise group in a different market go off with a slightly different menu, and it's taken them years to bring back that control and consistency. And people from that region think of their brand differently from the people from the home region.
100%.
So it's those tough decisions, but they have to be made.
Yes.
Amazing. So yeah, I guess I wanted to move on to where you are now, right? So Sophia Café, you have 5 locations. And it's more than just a cafe chain. So tell me about how you got into Sophia, where it started, and where you're going next.
So Sophia was established not long time before I joined, but the co-founder of Sophia, he was a mutual friend who became now one of the best friends, to be honest. And even I learned a lot from him in a business sector. In that time when he opened, he doesn't have any experience about food and beverage. Mm-hmm. He's a business guy, a very cool and nice business guy. Yeah. And he was just like a side business for him, right? So, and end up like a year and a half ago that he approached me and he told me that he knows me from like I told you, mutual friends.
Yes.
So, and he's asking for support or consulting for his Sophia, right? So I wasn't that time into specialty coffee. Yeah. I love coffee. I'm a coffee guy.
Yeah.
So, and then he told me I need your consulting and support there. So I told him, okay, let's do it. I met him in Mercato Mall parking, basement parking. We went with his car. He told me, park your car and let's go. So we went around to the branches. That time it was small kiosks, just kiosks. and it was operating fine. And when we were driving, he's telling me numbers. I did not see the numbers yet, but of course he's a business guy, so the numbers are in his mind. He's telling me numbers, and I just calculated on my phone the cost. I found out it's more than 52%.
On food cost?
Yes, cost. In total cost, 52%.
Wow.
So I told him, bro, are you sure it's a coffee shop or it is like a high-end, fine-end dining restaurant? Like, even the dining restaurant is not 52.
No.
Right? So he told me yes, and I believe we can do more. I told him, for sure you can do more. You can save a lot there.
Yeah.
I saw his operation was not complicated, was easy. And so I gave him the plan, just a written one. And then he shocked me. He told me, okay, you have to execute it. Because he's a cool guy. He has the plan. But the execution, because he's busy with other things.
Of course.
So the execution, he doesn't have anyone to execute it, right? So I joined him. We started the execution together. We made the policy, first of all, for the company. We fired some people, for sure. We hired new people, for sure.
Yeah.
We made a system. We made it systematic. We made it more tech. We made it more controllable. We made it more safe.
Yes.
Because that time, even the point of sales that he's using was like from ages, old ages.
Yeah.
So we upgraded. They don't have inventory at all. They don't have tracking for the orders. Yeah. They are using WhatsApp to orders from suppliers. And there was I remember there was even the purchasing guy was using just his car to go some supermarket to get his things. So we made it systematic.
Yeah.
The good thing about this co-founder, especially this guy, that he's open for development always.
Right.
And he's open for new ideas always. So whenever I'm proposing new idea for him, he's just asking me the efficiency and the cost. Please proceed. That's it. And that's the good about him. So we signed contracts with the hospitals and the government sectors for like 3 years contracts. And the expansion plan is there for the long-term plan.
Amazing.
Which is, inshallah, hopefully it will reach 20 brands within the coming 3 years.
Amazing.
And that's it. So everything is fine now.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's a really cool strategy, though, from essentially going from kiosk cafeteria style to, I've been to one of your branches in the Rashid Hospital. It's beautiful. It's high-end specialty coffee.
Thank you.
You know, that sounds like a long way from where you started. Was that a conscious move, or was it? Did it happen just as part of Dubai's development?
I have to admit that it's Dubai plan.
Yeah.
So Dubai is developing everything around you, around us, right?
Yes.
So even the hospitals, it's developing now. Yeah. If you went, for God's sake, I hope you will never get sick, but if you went to a hospital now, you will feel like you are not, it's not a hospital, like it's a hotel or a 5 or 7 stars hotel, to be honest. Everything is clean, everything is tight, everything is organized. There is not that much crowd. So it's luxury, it looks luxury. So, and that's what Dubai vision or Dubai Health Authority vision to even the coffee shop or the restaurants operating there, right? So, and that's where we met with Sophia Vision. That the ambience or the atmosphere of the coffee shop, it's a part of a hospital, but come on, you can relax there. You can find a very nice coloring. You can have a very good quality coffee there. You can have a very nice suite there. You can even, we open the kitchen there and inside the coffee shop.
Wow.
Because now even the vision, it's not a coffee shop anymore, it's a restaurant.
Yes.
So it's a brand restaurant. So it's serving one of the magnificent breakfast I have ever tried. You have to try that. You remember that time when we met? Yes.
I did try your new dish. It was delicious.
Yes. So we are serving, not because it's my Sophia, but really the breakfast there is magnificent. So thanks to the chef there, he's doing a great job. So the Dubai vision was matching with Sophia vision. That's why
it's like met. 3 things came together: the founder's vision, your expertise, and Dubai vision has come together nicely.
Yeah, exactly.
So in 5 years, 20 at least we're looking for. Okay, amazing. So with the costs being so high at 52%, like how did you get them down? How did you get those costs down? Because that's the thing. People open a restaurant, they see great top line sales, but really, what's ending up in your pocket at the end of the month?
Nothing.
At that point, nothing. And that's what matters.
When we saw the numbers, like when the co-founder at that time told me the numbers just by talking, and then we asked, because also we have our finance team, right? So we asked them for the consulting, and we sat with them, we analyzed the numbers. we found out that they are buying from supermarkets or like retail shops, right?
Yeah.
They are not dealing with suppliers. That's the first thing. Second thing, their overstocking is really high. Thirdly, there is no inventory at all. So they don't know their opening stock and closing stock, right? And I hate to say that, but there was some theft there.
Yeah.
So which we caught as well, and we cut it off. So with those 4 steps, so let's get back to Chile's school.
Yes.
There's something in Chile called WEPT. So if you want to control any cost or any problem in terms of costing, even in your house, look to something called WEPT.
Okay.
So wastage, error, portioning, theft.
Yes.
So if you control those things, you will control anything.
Nice.
So we found out there were a lot of wastage.
Yeah.
There are a lot of errors in their system and their POS.
Yeah.
There is no portioning at all that time, and there was theft.
Yeah.
So when we fix those 4 things, beside bringing the technologies of POSs and of course with the very good support of Supy that time, with the integration of the POS, so we made the right inventory, we made the right orders for sure. That's the first thing.
Yes.
So there is no supplier can deliver an order that I did not order. There is no team leader or team member can order something without my monitoring.
Yeah.
So for a time period of 3 or 4 months, we were suffering just to implement those policies or those standards. But after 4 months, we are just rocking and roll. We are just monitoring. So you create the system, you create the loyalty, and you have the tools, which is your right POS, your right inventory and ordering system, Supy, and that's it.
Amazing. Yeah, it's such a cool journey because it's just amazing to see that partnership of humans and technology actually making a difference to your bottom line.
Exactly. It's like, so in my I'm not an old school, but I love the old school way. So old schools are not a tech people, right?
Yeah.
But I believe in technology, it has to go with humans.
Yeah.
You cannot control the technology without the humans there. And the humans has to implement it well.
Yes.
They have to be trained well about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what's cool is that like everything that you've saved there can go into Sophia's expansion.
100%. And that's what happened.
Because I think before you had the system up and running, it would have been needed outside investment or more investment from your
100%,
co-founder.
100%.
But now you're growing with your own profits.
Everything now for our expansion and our future strategy is planned and settled according to Sophia investment, Sophia own pocket, let's say. So even we opened a save account, bank account for the expansion.
Love it.
And I will not tell you how much we have there, but it's a good amount of money to make the expansion.
Well, you said within 10 years you want to be on the moon.
Yes.
So you'll need quite a big bank balance for that one.
That's what we are doing. That's what we are working with.
Nice. And actually, can you tell me, because Sophia, as you said, started as specialty coffee. It's now got your own kitchen. And are you also operating some other brands? Like, tell me about how that expansion has worked and how it's supporting your overall growth.
See, that's bring us back to, first of all, Chile's mentality. How is the expansion? And secondly, when you work with the right people or the right co-founders who are supporting your strategy and your development ideas. So we came up with to be Sophia Group, right? Not only Sophia Café. So Sophia Hospitality Group will manage other brands and will create other food and beverage brands. So we created already Morn Brew, specialty coffee.
Yes. This is the one on Kite Beach?
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
So we opened it recently a month ago. And it's rolling, thanks God. It's doing really good.
Amazing.
Looking luxury, looking fancy, but at the same time looking cool because it's on the beach. It's a container on the beach. And also we created Entourage Burger, which is like a seasonal burger, opening only on seasonal. Wagyu burger, specialty Wagyu burger. We are opening as well an Indian cuisine. And chicken joint, because I'm a chicken guy. I love chicken.
Yeah.
So this also will be launched soon.
Are these announced yet, these ones, or are they?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Do we know which area they might be in?
Most of them will be in between Medan area and as well Jumeirah.
Okay, we'll have to keep our eye out for those ones.
Of course,
That's very exciting stuff.
You have to prepare Supy for me for that.
Yeah, we'll get onto the team. I think Hadi will be expecting your call.
For sure,
yeah.
You know that.
Amazing. And so throughout all of this, there's a strong emphasis on people. And I know at Sophia, you said at the beginning you had to change some people. Yeah. So what is it that you look for someone in your team?
Attitude. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
And the first thing, even in an interview or something, the attitude. So if his or her attitude is perfect
Yeah.
or good, then I can train you in anything you want. But if the opposite, because I don't want a bad attitude performer,
Yeah.
I need a good guy, a humble guy or a humble girl that knows how to treat my guest. Then I will teach him or her on anything that they want. I can teach them. If they don't know how to make coffee, I will train them. If they don't know how to make a recipe, I will train them.
Yeah.
So that's much easier. So the first thing is attitude. The second thing is the performance comes later.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And at the moment, do you have specific ways of measuring performance, or is it more you see how people are doing?
Trials.
Trials, yeah.
Trials is very important for me. So once you agree, or once we agreed on the interview and the terms and conditions of things, maybe you do not like my terms and conditions, right?
Yeah.
On the company, either salary or your things.
Yeah.
Then once we agreed on the first interview, we adjust a trial.
Yes.
Then you come all over the trial for like 2 or 3 hours just to see you on the operation, how you will rock and roll. And then we sign the contract up.
And something you do that's quite special is that you pay for the trial shift,
Of course,
don't you?
it has to be trial.
Yeah,
It has to be paid trial.
Yeah.
Because I will not waste your time for 2 or 3 hours not paying you, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. It feels like it's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
and both sides get to evaluate for each
Exactly.
other. That's awesome. And okay, fine. We're getting towards the end here, but I have a few questions that have just been burning on my mind that I want to hear from you. Which is, imagine you went back to your early days. If you were a first-time operator, what are the lessons that you wish you had known when you started?
I wish I learned how to read numbers as I can read it now as an operator.
Okay.
So in my early days, I learned it with the hard way. I made a lot of mistakes for sure.
Yeah.
In my ordering, when, for example, I remember when I was a senior manager that time, after 6 months in the opening of Chili's Small. So we were expecting a forecast of, let's say, 2 million dirham per month sales forecasting, right? So I have to make my forecast to the orders because, like I told you, it's a very long cycle to order from US.
Yes.
So you have to send your order 3 weeks ahead. I ordered some sort of sauce that it was over order and it cost the company more than 100K Saudi dirham for this month from just one item.
One item.
Because I was afraid of running out.
Yeah.
And we made our forecast that time wrongly, but it was all on me because I'm the one who made the order. I'm the one who sent the order to the purchasing department, right? If I learned how to read the numbers of the forecast, for example, for a branch, the nearest branch to me, so I will know how the crowd was on that days.
Yeah.
If I learned that, then I will not do this mistake, right? Yeah. But I learned it very well with 100K
That's good.
cost.
That's good because actually, Supy, we have an AI forecasting feature that's coming out soon.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, so we'll save this. Yeah,
I heard about
exactly.
it. Yeah. I think they did it for me, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we took it from your learning, so thanks to you. Amazing. That would be a very good learning.
Yeah.
And do you think there are any kind of myths about running a hospitality brand that you'd like to dispel?
Be loyal. Just be loyal to the brand.
Yes.
Work for the brand brand will work for you.
Nice.
That's it.
That's good.
So even if you are a co-founder, if you are an operator, if you are a manager, if you are a steward there, just work for the brand.
Yeah.
The brand will work back for you.
Amazing.
That's it.
Amazing. Okay, cool. Final question. If there's one mistake that you would never repeat, what would it be?
I will never hire according to emotions.
Okay.
And I will never fire according to emotions as well.
Yeah.
So I keep emotions away or separate than business or than this process. Not I mean emotions like in a wrong way.
Yeah.
But because we are humans, right? I used to be so emotional that, for example, if I found someone did a big mistake, a huge mistake, I can just forget about it because they have kids or they are poor or they don't have a chance, right? But when I make sure that you got your training well, you got paid well, you got everything fine, and you still did the same mistake, then you are affecting my kids, right? You're affecting my life.
Yeah.
So if I kept my emotions there, I'm the loser here. So I learned this.
Yeah. Everyone has the...
With the hard way as well.
Yeah. Nice. I like that. Actually, just final thing I wanted to find out about is because you seem like someone that's constantly developing and growing. You are now running something called Standards outside of Sophia. Tell me about that quickly.
So Standards started also with one of my best friends.
Okay.
Dr. Farghali. So he's a very cool guy. He's a doctor and professor in finance.
Okay.
So, and he opened the standards just for accounting and auditing company. We pushed him, me and other friend, to open it. And he's operating very well. He has more than 32 clients across Dubai.
Wow.
And I told him I will be with you as the operation consulting for your company. So from now on, it will be standards group for managing and operating. So we took over any business to manage it from A to Z, from establishment even to financing, auditing, to do your statements, everything. And then starting your business by the operation, the right operation, and even the marketing. It's a department that we will join soon. So it's like 360 degrees agency or consultancy that will support your business.
Amazing. That sounds like a lot of people would benefit from having that outside
100%,
experience.
100%.
Sometimes having an outside perspective can really make a difference.
Exactly, because like I told you in the beginning, you have the knowledge, you have the courage, so you can do it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Well, it's been excellent speaking to you, Azmi. I've really enjoyed
Likewise.
you sharing your experience on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. And
You're most welcome.
yeah, we'll catch you on the next episode.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks so much.